Uh, Thank you. Great talk, Brandon. I really loved your energy. And I'm going to pick up on where you just said, and I'm going to take a zoom out and talk more about what we call operational AI, where AI could be applied to more broader contexts. So my talk is a little longer than Brandon's, so please bear with me. Before I start, I want to thank MP An Gyubek, MP Yoo Young-won, National Defense Committee Chairman Sung Il-jong, Gyeonggi Provincial Governor Kim Dong-yeon, and Sisajournal Vice Chairman Chon Yuk for your presence and for hosting this important event at such a critical time for our nation. So before I begin, please play the video that I prepared.
We must choose to engage with the world as it actually is, not how we want it to be. From the foxhole to the factory floor, from the battlefield to the boardroom. Shoulder to shoulder, Palantir supports our fighting forces. We share one mission. Win.
So here's a familiar page from our own history. In 1597, the Joseon Navy under the command of Admiral Won-gyun suffered a crushing defeat at Chilcheonryang. It lost 8,000 men and 151 ships, over 90% of its fleet, and more than half the fighting men. In that year, Admiral Lee Sun-shin was falsely accused, demoted, tortured, and suffered the loss of both his mother and his third son. In the nation's darkest hour, and for himself, Admiral Yi still took up arms as a common soldier, not seeking rank or recognition. And when he was reinstated, he rebuilt the Navy from the ground up and led it to the miraculous victory at Myeongyang. Every time I see Admiral Yi's statue in Gwanghwamun, right where Palantir Seoul offices is, I'm reminded of his steadfast spirit and commitment to our country and our people. He stands as a symbol of resilience and innovation, qualities we need now more than ever. Just as Admiral Yi faced overwhelming odds with courage and ingenuity, we too stand at a crossroads. His ability to combine strategic thinking with scientific pragmatism is a lesson for us as we navigate the challenges of modern technology and national security. In the age of AI, technology is not neutral. It is a battleground of values and a key factor in shaping the new world order and global supply chains. So in this context, I want to share some of the toughest questions that I grappled with and the insights I'm discovering. Our answers must evolve with the times, but one truth remains. It is us, Koreans, and as global citizens, to shape our destiny. The choices we make today will have a profound impact on our future. So to guide our discussion, I propose three fundamental questions. Why? Why must AI be at the core of our national strategy? What? What do we hope to achieve with AI, and what obstacles must we overcome? And how? How do we reach our goals, manage risks, and choose the right partners? Let's begin, as all great journeys do, by asking why. So why ask why? Because pausing to question our own motives gives us a uniquely human perspective, one that cuts through the hype and helps us understand the real capabilities and the limitations of technology. Today, governments and companies are pouring enormous resources into AI, often treating it as a magic word to attract funding and attention. While this excitement is understandable, it risks overlooking both the true value and the real challenges of AI. That's why it's so crucial to ask, why do we need to have AI in our national strategy? AI is transformative as it can redefine our infrastructure and critical organizations the way it ought to be. We call it operational AI for decision superiority. Let me repeat that. Operational AI for decision superiority. First, AI powers better, faster decision-making based on the truth, not just data. In my experience across the defense ecosystem, I've seen how many complex questions arise from every level, from policy and strategy to operational and tactical decisions. Whether it's procuring the next generation fighter, defining its capabilities, or planning test operations, every question requires deep human collaboration. This process, while often messy and time-consuming, is essential for building a complete understanding and finding the truth together. AI can be deployed to accelerate these discussions, introduce new perspectives, and safeguard sensitive information. By augmenting human collaboration, AI enables us to move beyond the limitations of data-driven approaches toward genuine decision superiority. This is the first reason we need AI, to illuminate the truth and help humans make higher quality decisions faster and more securely. Second, AI helps organizations run smoother and adapt to evolving threats. Military and critical infrastructure organizations have invested billions over decades in advanced sensors and automated systems. Yet these investments have resulted in fragmented platforms everywhere: radars, satellites, drones, command centers that don't always communicate well with each other or deliver actionable insights in real time. As global supply chains, cyber attacks, and geopolitical tensions grow more complex and unpredictable, our responses must become more adaptive and resilient. AI-powered systems can help us anticipate and respond to both natural disasters and man-made crises, automating routine tasks to free up human talent for higher-level problem-solving. In the background, AI can continuously optimize logistics, maintenance, and supply chains, ensuring our responses stay agile and effective. For example, as Chairman John mentioned, the Maven Smart system has improved targeting efficiency by 100-fold. So it integrates weapon systems, satellite data, intelligence, and force tracking. So what once required 2,000 soldiers can now be accomplished by just 20 people through this AI-driven platform. But this isn't just about efficiency. It's about survivability and strategic advantage. In an era where milliseconds can determine mission outcomes, the ability to process vast streams of information and turn them into decisive action is not a luxury. It is a necessity. AI enables us to move from the reactive to proactive operations, keeping us a step ahead in a rapidly changing threat environment. Finally, and most importantly, we need AI to ensure our decisions align with the core ethics and values. We want to win, but that win must be defined by tool users, not by the tools themselves. We live in an imperfect world full of human errors and structural flaws. Without careful consideration and reflection and accountability, one-dimensional automation can amplify these weaknesses. So if we deploy AI in national security, we are entrusting algorithms with decisions about the lawful use of state power, including lethal force. In law enforcement context, AI can influence decisions that profoundly impact citizens' rights and freedoms. Therefore, human oversight must be guaranteed at all critical junctures, ensuring that ethical decisions are made by those with lawful authority. Alignment must go hand in hand with accountability. Every layer of the AI platforms you use to exercise state power must be built on this principle. In practical terms, technology should empower decision makers to overcome value trade-offs. So with true operational AI, we can achieve both world-class information security and the fastest AI-supported workflows. Similarly, we can protect sensitive personal data while also delivering more affordable and efficient services. Now let's turn to the second question. What? What are we to achieve with operational AI? What should be our priority? Organizations often rush to build their own tools and platforms, believing this is the most secure and cost-effective way to build technology or control it. However, this approach carries a hidden risk: the accumulation of technical debt. Technical debt refers to the future costs and complications that arise when short-term solutions are chosen over sustainable long-term strategies. It manifests in unmaintainable code, incompatible systems, and opaque black boxes that are difficult to update or understand. If left unaddressed, technical debt can compound over time, undermining even the most ambitious digital transformation efforts, creating inefficiencies and vulnerabilities that destroy growth and adaptability. A powerful example comes from the military. Instead of building every system from scratch, the US Army often adopts proven commercial technologies designed for interoperability. This enables rapid deployment and integration, avoiding the pitfalls of reinventing the wheel, accumulating unnecessary technological debt. Our own history offers a cautionary tale. In the late 19th century, Joseon, under Hung Sun-deung's isolationist policies, closed itself off from foreign influence for just over a decade. Unfortunately, this coincided with a period of rapid global technological advancement. As colonial powers vied for dominance in East Asia, Joseon's isolation policies soon become very anxious and forced a rushed modernization. The government hastily formed modern military units, imported weapons, and adopted Western-style drills without addressing accumulated neglect. The result was a patchwork of incompatible systems poorly integrated with existing structures. Superficial reform led to chaos and resentment, culminating in the Imo-Gunlan and Tonga Peasant Revolution, which ironically contributed to the loss of sovereignty. Joseon's experience reminds us that rushed surface-level innovation, driven by fear, creates instability and not resilience. True modernization demands holistic integration, respect for existing strengths, and the courage to address root causes. So, what lessons can we draw from history? First, we must prioritize on tackling technical debt that holds back our most important institutions. This is essential for long-term success and sustainability. Interoperability should be our core focus, ensuring our systems and technologies work seamlessly. We should also favor solutions proven in real-world settings, as they reduce risk and offer reliability over untested bespoke systems. Addressing technical debt isn't just about acquiring the latest tools or showcasing technological prowess. It's about using technology to solve real problems and improve the quality of life for those serving on the front lines, whether in the industry, our borders, or within our communities. Korea's AI Framework Act is an example of policy pragmatism. By focusing oversight on high-impact systems such as healthcare and energy, or exempting defense and security, the government recognizes the need for operational urgency in critical sectors. But it all comes down to actual implementation of this policy, whether it addresses technical debt in solving real-world problems with real impact. A compelling case study comes from the healthcare value chain. So UK's National Health Insurance Health Service, for instance. By integrating an off-the-shelf federated data platform, the NHS increased surgeries by 10% in North Cumbria, improved theater utilization by 12% in Croydon, and reduced long stays by 36% in North Tees and Hartlepool. These measurable gains were achieved in months, not by developing custom systems, but by leveraging proven commercial technology and avoiding redundant in-house development. The lesson is clear. Free professionals from manual repetitive tasks that perpetuate bureaucracy and enable them to reclaim their roles as problem solvers. Too often, new technology policies are derailed by distractions, like learning new systems for their own sake, or chasing KPIs that measure investment rather than impact, or even prioritizing policy goals like subsidizing small enterprises or insisting on domestic development of every core technology. While these goals have merit, they must not overshadow the fundamental objective, addressing technical debt and enabling effective, sustainable transformation. This leads to a crucial trade-off: domestic innovation versus global competitiveness. As an export-driven economy, Korea must partner with global ecosystems. These collaborations allow both industry giants and startups to address global markets and accelerate progress without sacrificing national sovereignty. Ultimately, by focusing on the core goal of addressing technical debt, we can navigate these trade-offs without compromising our values. Technical debt compounds over time. The longer we delay, the greater the eventual cost in money, time, and in critical sectors like national security, potentially in human lives. We discussed the why and the what. Now the urgent question is how. how do we make this transformation real? How do we ensure our AI investments deliver operational advantage, resilience, and innovation? The answer lies in choosing the right vehicles for innovation and understanding the symbiotic relationship between technology and TTP, which stands for tactics, techniques, and procedures. The blueprint for success combines enterprise software with forward deployed engineering model. Governments excel at providing consistency and stability at scale, forming the bedrock of society's prosperity and security. Yet government alone is often too rigid or slow to navigate crises or drive disruptive innovation. The private sector, on the other hand, thrives on agility, experimentation, and risk-taking. The solution is not to choose one over the other, but to leverage a global public-private partnership ecosystem where these strengths complement each other. This built Korea's world-class industries in the past, and it's the model we should use for AI today. Modern software and AI adoption are just as transformative and complex as steelmaking in the 1960s or aerospace engineering in the 1990s. Korea's rise as a manufacturing powerhouse was fueled by technical partnerships. POSCO's collaboration with Nippon Steel, for instance, and decades of aerospace manufacturing experience that led to the successful development of KF-21. Selecting the right foreign technology partners is not just an accelerator. It is the most effective way to address technical debt at scale and unlock new capabilities. In defense and critical infrastructure, successful technology adoption depends on the co-evolution of TTP. TTP is the standard way that we use to achieve the goals efficiently. Integrating TTP with technology ensures new tools are embedded into workflows and adapted to everyday mission-specific needs. A great model comes from the manufacturing sector. Airbus uses Skywise, built on Palantier's data operating system, supported by 4 deployed engineers, to manage over 11,900 aircraft for more than 100 airlines and more than 50,000 daily users. The Skywise platform's success hinged on TTP symbiosis. Palantir engineers worked on-site at Airbus, collaborating with operators and maintenance crews to embed AI-driven workflows like predictive maintenance into daily operations, iterating based on real-time feedback. Airbus reduced A350 delivery time by 33%, and by unifying data from more than 20,000 sensors per aircraft, the industry savings we identify are almost more than $1 billion every year by optimizing these processes. As of 2025, only a small fraction of Palantir engineers is needed to maintain this platform because Skywise users themselves can create new use cases and manage their platform on their own. FDE, or forward deployed engineering, means placing engineers alongside users on the front lines, whether it's the command center, factory floors, hospital wards. These engineers work shoulder to shoulder with operators, adapting AI tools to real-world needs, troubleshooting issues in real time, and ensuring technology is truly operationalized. Our work with the Pentagon, and more recently with the USFK, are leading examples. Engineers embedded with the military units learn from users rapidly to evolve software on the spot to meet emerging challenges. Korea, as an export-driven economy with a world-class manufacturing base, is uniquely positioned to adopt this model. Decades of cooperation with the US military through the Combined Forces Command, multilateral collaboration under the United Nations Command, and a robust defense industrial base give Korea a strategic advantage few nations possess. The key is to identify partners who share our purpose, the why, and our vision for addressing technical debt, the what, and practice FDE with genuine empathy, the why. By doing so, Korea can reinforce its macroeconomic strengths and usher in a new era for innovation ecosystem. This approach also ensures global compatibility through frameworks like SOSA and MOSA, positioning Korea as a leader in interoperable, future-ready defense and industrial technologies. So let's do a thought experiment together. I'd like to put ourselves in the shoes of Admiral Isun-shin. These are some very large shoes to fill, right? He would ask the same questions we ask today. Why, what, and how? Why? Better, faster, accountable decisions based on the truth. What? Address technical debt in our mission-critical systems. And how? Close the gap between problems, data, and solvers. Admiral Yi forward deployed himself and his officers at the battlefront to engage with the problems directly. We should do the same with AI and choose the partners who willingly operate in the exact way. When AI crisis hit, whether it's semiconductor shortages, deepfakes, or drone swarm threats, the easy move is to panic and throw a lot of resources at the problem, hoping for the best. The harder and the wiser path, ask Admiral Yi's questions to ourselves. This is how we shift from the reactive to strategic, by treating our problem space as the most valuable terrain. Not just more data, but the right data. Not just faster chips, but chips that serve our unique needs against our systematic rivals. When we at Pallantir say we focus on operational AI, this is to augment human intelligence rather than replace it. This is mission-driven operational AI. It helps us answer these three questions clearly against crises. Admiral Yi didn't just win battles. He won the war by decisions based on the truth. He also built institutions. His Hansan base was an R&D hub for maritime dominance. Today, Korea's choice is not just between the US-style big tech or China's government-driven AI. It's to pioneer a third way, ethical, public-private AI that turns crisis resilience into exportable IP. So, let's channel his spirit. 1, build operational AI that enables better decisions based on the truth. 2, prioritize on eliminating technical debt that's holding back our warriors and our industries from the mission. 3rd, forward deploy engineers so that they can work side by side, the problem solvers, and evolve our TTP. Through these measures, Korea can win the AI race by solving real problems, deploying operational AI. Thank you.